There. So Gauri, are you there? Okay. Don't be absent. Hemant.
Yeah, Vajranga. My office hours are still going on, so I'll be on and off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Be on mute, no problem. Krishna Sai.
Yeah, what's good?
Tell me about yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
Think that this is the this is the interview and then answer.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hi, good morning. This section I have total 4 years of work experience and
Your voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear.
yeah, 1 minute.
Murali Krishna, can you try? Murali?
Yes, Vajra. About myself.
Yes, tell me about yourself, please.
Yes, sir. Hello, Vajra. My name is Murali Krishna Surve, and I'm from Sangli, Maharashtra. I graduated in BCS in 2019, and from 2019 I started in working in Infosys as a process executive, and uh, from 2023 I started working as a RPA developer, and currently uh, uh, I have worked on two insurance domain, which was in previously, which was like process execution and knowledge sharing to the client.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
And how come you started working in 2023? 2023 is not it.
Sorry, 2022. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Now, guys, I will tell what are the flaws, but can you tell what's missing in this particular intro? One person can give 1 point. I just want you to see if you can validate what are the mistakes. There's nothing right
Project.
or wrong here.
Project.
Murali, please wait. Let others reply.
Maybe related to work, actually, on what exactly he worked.
Okay, related to work. Then give me more points, different points, not single point.
Then
Thanks,
if we are interviewing from for RPA role, so we should mention about UiPath and all projects.
Okay, nice point. Next.
Core qualifications.
What is it, Kali?
Core qualifications.
Core qualification, like BTech or MTech.
Core qualification, Vajra. Like what he knows well about UiPath, what he's expecting.
About RP. Okay, I think that's already covered. By Patil, give me one more point. Or something that he said which is not required. You can also tell that.
You don't need to say where he is from.
Okay.
So,
And
I don't
when
think
he completed his BTech or something.
You are already an experienced developer, not specifically required. Okay, done. Next.
I like to tell which company you're working for right now. The project
Sometimes
also,
it's okay. It's okay to tell, but not mandatory. But because that will be a next question, like where are you coming from? Like that will be HR questions. But yeah, that's fine. Even if you don't tell, you can just go on with the subject knowledge. Yes.
Yeah. So usually, I mean, they'll say project names. Nobody cares what the project names and all. So you should not mention what your project name. Mainly concentrate on your daily activities and responsibilities.
Okay. Thank you, Hemant. So Murali, just to
Yes,
give
Pankaj.
summary on the feedback. So you have said something that is completely not related to RPA or UiPath.
Yes, right.
Okay, when you're going for an interview, if you are not saying or if you are not explaining yourself as an RPA developer, then how come they will believe that you are already an RPA developer?
Right. Uh,
Okay.
Mainly, correct.
Yeah, let me complete. Second thing is you did not cover any of the portion related to our core knowledge, like someone have mentioned, and you need to tell what are you expertised in the core. For example, I know Studio very well. I know Orchestrator very well. I know how to deploy robots, how to work with robots. So just see, or you did not prepare your transcript. Yesterday with Satish, we did this exercise, but today, no, none of you have prepared with the transcript. Is it right?
I've
Okay.
prepared.
You prepared it, Kishore?
Yeah,
Can I see it once?
yeah, I'm presenting.
Yeah, sure.
Let me
Okay.
know once my screen is visible.
Okay. Now, no need to read. Just tell me about yourself, Kishore.
Myself, Kishore, I'm having an experience of 8 years, 4 months, including of 3 plus years experience as a business analyst for OSS and BS RPA projects. Currently, my role is to analyze the
Kishore,
data.
just a
Yeah,
second. Are you
yeah.
going for RPA business analyst role or a developer role?
Currently, as a going for the business analyst role only, but by taking this knowledge, if I well versed with complete knowledge, I can shift this resume to the developer.
Got it. Yeah,
Well,
go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah.
Please continue.
So my roles and responsibilities involves in the analyzing of the data, and by seeing the analyzation, we find the candidature of perfect particular process suits for the automation or not. Once it is done, we get into assessing the feasibility and if both the functional and technical level. And once it finishes, we will go ahead and taking the feasibility, taking the approvals from the further process from the management. And once it is done, we get into the actual process by creation of BRDs, PDDs, STT, and all. Once it is done, we will have a walkthrough with the users. We are taking the BRDs, PDDs with the use from users only, and we will arrange a walkthrough with the developers and RPA developer team, and uh, um, so that will ensure to take the timelines, and accordingly we will document and we will follow for for building up the RPA and the UAT session, conducting the UAT sessions based on the updates received from the developer team, and will ensure to for the better tracking of the timelines and all. Okay, once RPA is deployed in the production, we'll ensure to cross verify the whether we are getting the benefits which are documented earlier accordingly, and we will also see that if we are meeting the business benefits and meeting the ROA which is we have documented at earlier by saying the current business structure and post automation what we have received, uh, so that we can close this project. And we also ensure to track run with track the project progress so as to ensure that on the user, if any changes are coming, we will again get into in the project and implement the change management process. This is how currently this is how our life cycle as a BA runs into the RPA projects.
So Kishore, most of it is correct, but I will tell you what's the problem. You're not following or at least when you're telling, the voice is not clear for me. First point, because I'm also saying that if I don't understand clearly what you're telling, then I cannot clearly define that, okay, these are the roles that you're doing. Okay, so you're not speaking properly. Voice is one thing. Second thing, when you're telling that you are a part of life cycle, so clearly take a pause. Okay, so you're not taking a pause. When I talk continuously, let's see something like this. Okay, I will continuously try to talk for 1 minute. Let's see if you can understand. Okay. Now in RPA, we have multiple life cycles of the project. There is initialization state and production deployment state. Till the production deployment state, I have been part of all the cycles. And in the development phase, there is a development stage where RPA developers will develop the activities. And in the BS stage, before that RPA stage, before the development stage, we have initialization state or documentation stage where we will document the process. So when I continuously talk like this, were you able to understand
No,
clearly?
no.
Okay, so take a pause and see and talk, and whatever you created is correct, but clearly define which stage is what. And first you need to talk always about initiation phase and talk about development, documentation phase, then talk about development phase, then in UAT, then in after UAT, then how will you create reports? Then how will you help in deployment? And after deployment, what will you do? So clearly define those.
Okay. So I've wrote here: prepare, design, build, deploy, stabilize, constant improvement.
Yes, but see, that's what I'm telling, right? The issue is not with the way how you prepared, but the actual issue is how you are presenting yourself.
Okay. Okay. Noted.
Okay, because interviewer will not see your notes over here, right?
Yeah, correct. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nice attempt. Good going. Do one thing. Don't keep it in the Notepad plus plus. In group, we have in August team. Just create your file and then add this transcript. And also there are spelling mistakes. Correct them.
Thanks, Vajrang. Noted. We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a suggestion, buddy. This will help you definitely.
Sure. Definitely, we'll improve. Yeah.
Thank you. But good effort. Let me start my activity now. Project. So let's go with week, and today is week for day 5. Add folder. Day 5. Let's go to this one. Okay. We'll try to cover something on the orchestrator today, and we'll go ahead because most of the activities like this one, we need to have database with us. Since we don't have database, let's see how we can add database. Then later I will bring it for you. But before that, we have completed. Did we complete on right line? I think this is done. Managing packages, string manipulations. I think we need to complete classic and modern. Okay, design classic and modern. Did we complete this one? Like, did I explain you what is the difference and all?
No,
Please
actually.
reply.
No, no.
Okay, these are folders. But I'm talking about modern activities and classic activities. You don't know the difference?
I mean,
Okay.
I practiced always in classic, but when we started training, we started with modern. For me, it was
Okay.
okay, but yeah. If
Okay,
you could
see,
explain again.
we'll use it. We'll use it. No problem. So here, if you enable in the project settings, in the project settings, if you enable modern design, then you will be able to use modern activities or modern look and feel. Okay, if you just uncheck this one. Oh, no, I'm not going to reload it. It will take time. And if I want to still use, so what are the modern activities? See, activities. So there is major difference in the modern activities is if you click on this classic, um, search by description is also fine. So if you see the classic activities, these are the items that are changed from classic to modern. Most of the things are same, but these are the differences. In Excel activities, there is a major change. Okay, like close activity, processing and all, look, VBA look and all. So if you see with Excel activities here, this is also same Excel, app integration and system. Here also Excel, app integration we have. There is no system, but in system we have file, workbook, append range, read range. These all are workbook activities. So in classic activities, we had these workbook activities separately, but in modern activities, we have them integrated inside system. Okay. Now, what is the difference? We'll also see why should we use workbook activities versus Excel activities. Okay. The second point here is system and UI automation. In system automation application, so there are two things: close application and open application. But in modern activity, everything is one single activity, that is use application or browser. Use application or browser is the only activity that we have. Okay. Now in this application or browser, we have something called close properties. We have an option to open. We have an option to close. Everything we have embedded into one particular activity. But in previous activities, we have a different open application. We have close application. So there are two different things altogether. But in modern activities, everything is combined as one single activity. Okay. Now in UI automation specifically, there are something like this. In browser, we have attach browser, close browser, go back, go forward. So all these are browser activities. In modern activity or modern application, let's see. I'm just trying to add. Maybe I cannot use this Internet Explorer. I'll try to use this one. My add-ons are not enabled in my laptop, so I'll be using Internet Explorer. Indicate application to automate. Okay. So this is my browser. Okay, Internet Explorer. Let me just close this one. Let's see. Now in this Internet Explorer, this came in as application, but not a browser. But if you use modern activities, browsers will come as Chrome or Edge or anything. But here we are getting it as application, Internet Explorer. Okay. Now here we can use something like this. Go back to move back, go forward to navigate step forward, go home. For example, this one. Let's try to add and let's see. So I think I'm using it wrong. Use application or attach browser. We need to use attach browser in the classic activity. And if I just hit on select this one, this will come as attached browser. This is Internet Explorer. Now, if I want to go to home, I can just add it, run debug, and let's see. Internet Explorer doesn't require any add-ons, whereas all the Chromium browsers like Firefox, Edge, Chrome all requires their own add-ons. Okay, it's trying to go into its home page. Now, if I want to go back and forward, this is the thing. And if I want to open a browser, there is a separate activity. But with modern activities, everything is embedded into single one attach or use application scope. Okay. Now one more thing. We have separate attach and go back, right? In modern activities, there is something called navigate. Okay. So these are classic and this is navigate browser. So if you are seeing over here, we can directly get go back, go forward, go home, refresh and close tab. So all the activities that you are seeing over here, okay, are embedded into single navigate to browser activity. This is one change. Next. Hope I'm recording this one. Yeah, recording. Now, when we close browser, we'll go with element. Okay. Now here we are getting attribute, get attribute, control. We are getting check these activities or check a checkbox. And in this event, we are getting on element appear, on element vanish. So on element appear, on element vanish is moved to check app state. Okay. So here this has the same functionality as this one. On element appear or non element vanish. So this is migrated to this particular drop down. So if there is an element, if an element appears, then select on element appear. If an element vanish, wait till it vanishes. Okay, so modern activities actually combine multiple activities as single activities to make the development much more easier. Okay, now here, check control activity, check. Okay, check. Let's see. Now here we have something called check, right? And now we have something called check or uncheck. Okay, both are same. Only thing is in this we have only the value here and the properties are available over here. Like target, action, check, uncheck, toggle. But here check or uncheck, we have something here. So all these are modern activities that are having new design. That's it. The functionality still remain the same. Okay, let's go back. And let's see, find element, anchor base, anchor, element exist, element scope and vanish. All these are moved to single element explorer descriptors. So if you remember yesterday, we also worked with anchors and target elements. Did you remember?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So in the same way, element exists also, like we can see here, element exists. So here again, this particular activity is also embedded here. Check app state. Again, if that element is available, on element appear. Okay. So this is how things are moved, or you can also say this is how the new design came in. If you see with the previous elements, you can easily get what is the new element that you need to select. Wait element vanish, you can take it as element, wait element to disappear, element to disappear. Okay. In keyboard, we have send hotkey, type into and secure. In here, keyboard. So these are modern activities. These are send hotkey. These are keyboard shortcuts. Okay, let's add both and see what is the difference. So here we need to select one item and we need to select which item that we want. But here the advantage is I can select whichever keystroke I want. Control up, control down. I can record one more, control down. I can record one more, escape. So I can record the shortcuts as I want. So now we can easily record the shortcuts rather than selecting or identifying which one do we want. And here, if I want to use control up, I need to use control up over here. And for the next shortcut, I just need to add one more shortcut key and I just need to add one more shortcut. But here with the advantage of keyboard shortcuts, we can continuously send all the shortcuts.
So it will get executed in the order of
in
selection.
order which they are available. For example, in Excel, we use Alt F and Alt P, Alt Q, Alt C, Control V continuously, right? So earlier we need to use separate send hotkey. Now this is into a single keyboard, like continuous keyboard shortcuts we can send. And one more thing, you can also send multiple like Control Alt. Let's record something. Control Alt O. So all this can be also be recorded.
So once you press record button, you're typing in your keyboard, right?
Yes, correct. And record multiple shortcuts. I can just use Control. Let's record it. Maybe I need to add something. Press cancel, record multiple shortcuts. Control P, Control I, Control U. So earlier I was recording only one activity. Now when I used continuous recording, it continuously records all my activities. Stop recording. I can also add shortcut manually. Control and enter, add. Okay, so all those activities are embedded into one single keyboard shortcut. Let's go to one step next. Close. So type into again. We have two activities, type into and type secure, to add shortcut passwords and all. Now this is a single type into, which has a checkbox or radio button, standard or secure. Okay, so it accepts both, not only one activity. So based on the target that we are using, it will select the value. Okay, this is one change. And let's change back. So image, I haven't worked much on image, but let's try. On image appear, on element vanish. So I'll just see if image also is available. I think what I believe is check app state we can also see with images. If we are seeing here, instead of selecting this one, the search button in the descriptor, I can use image selector to find image exists and image vanish. Okay, so all the activities of image are merged. Element exists, check apps into check app state, everything into one single activity. Next, let's use one more activity. Now find image exists. This also can be used with check app state only. Mouse. So using mouse activity, click activity. Let's see. With modern activities, this is classic. Let's see with modern activity, UI automation. It should be a new activity. So here I can select which type of activity do I want. So in classic activities, I have something like this. Click. On the right side, I need to select all the properties, but this came into UI now. I need to select double or up or down. I can do whatever I want, and whichever button I want, I can do it. In previous activities, it is here. Click type. This up down mouse button. This. So what are major activities that we have? Instead of going into properties panel, we can select directly over. This is for click. Next, let's go back. See, it's not possible to go with each and every activity, but I'm trying my best to give you the values. So again, this is, yeah, tell me.
Yeah, how to handle multiple windows?
Multiple windows in the sense?
Multiple tabs. Let's say multiple tabs. Say your application.
Okay, if you have one tab and if you need to go to other tab, right?
Yeah.
See, in automation, we should not ideally work with tabs. Every time you will open a new window. For example, if I have, this is one window, right? Let's assume that there is a portal called SHA1. And this is one portal. SHA1 online. Okay. Now, if I want to open a different item, I will not open a new tab. I will not do that with automation. What I will do, I will create a new window altogether. Internet Explorer. Here I will use Google.
My question is, if that page has a link or something, if I click on that link and it navigates you to another new tab, can we shift?
So you need to clearly define which one do you want. For example, here in Java in A1, let's see that this is SHA1 online, right? Now, if you see here, this is SHA1 online, this is SHA1 in Java. Okay, now let's try to use activities, attach browser. Okay, I'm attaching only Internet Explorer over here. So this is my Java application or Java window. This is my Java. I will try to click on it. This is my mouse button. I'll just use a click activity and I will have one more item, attach browser. Okay, I will indicate on browser, press F2, go with this one. I will indicate here. Okay, see, you need to somehow understand how things will work. Here also I will keep click. Okay, now let's try to work with these activities. I have SHA1 online, but first we try to connect with SHA1 in Java. Let's see if it's working or not. So when we are using attach browser, it's trying to navigate to respective tabs. Okay, so even when you are doing, you need to identify what is the title of it, of the next window. It should not be same because it is a new window. Either there will be small change in the title or small change in the URL. If you are able to attach the browser, then it will automatically navigate. Did you understand? Yes or no?
But see, this open browser we use in the starting, like when you have to open it. After that, wherever you have to use the browser activities, we need to use attached browser only. Is it something like
No.
that?
With modern activities, you don't require attached browser at all. That's what I have explained in the beginning, right? So in modern activities, we will use only one browser. Okay, if you
Yeah,
are
that.
adding it in the next process, see the browser gets attached by the URL.
Yeah.
Okay, you need not. So there is only one activity. Use browser.
Yeah.
In that only you can. There is a property, right? Open always, open never. So while attaching the browser, you should use open never.
Okay.
Okay, so when you use it, based upon the selectors, it will select.
Okay.
Okay, so now are you able to understand what is the difference between modern activities and classic activities? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
And
Yes,
there
but
is. See, I think you need not specifically sit and practice modern activities or classic activities. Do whatever you want. The best thing is classic activities also works with modern activities. For example, if I go ahead and use attach browser, attach window. Okay, I will use this one and I will use classic type into activity. This is my type into classic activity. And if I use element over here, okay, see edit selector, it is automatically taking HTML from the modern activity data. If I just debug it, this will still work. Okay. So there is no need for you to sit and wait and to work with those items. Just continue with the flow.
Yeah. Vajrang, show that hover thing, no? The like see in Amazon thing, right? Amazon website. To sign out, we just need to hover on our name and then we need to capture that menu. But I was not able to get that.
Sample hover. Okay, hover.
Like I was trying to give the pause and then capture it, but it was not at all coming.
Yeah. So let's see with this one. Let's try. Okay. I hope there should be some kind of implementation. If it is not there, I cannot do anything. But let's see. If you have any website, just ping me up. And moreover, I cannot take more questions because we are already up with the time 6:42. We haven't completed the actual requirement today. Okay, try it yourself. So in between the class, let's continue with the flow. Don't ask questions because if you ask, I will definitely answer them, but the class will be delayed. Okay, so if I just hover on the mouse pointer, this is hover with paragraph, right? So now in this particular activity, use, what I will do is I will activate. So on hover, I will just add one more activity. P class equal to Chovy P and this is new. So this one, so style equal to display. So on hover, I just need to activate this one. I hope I get it correct. Dollar dot. So this is, I'm not sure if how many of you know it, but this is HTML working with jQuery dot style. Style with jQuery. Except all piece. Okay, div.css display block. So let's see. This one. div.css display box. Run. Okay. Can you see this one? When I run this, okay, I will also try with this one. Display none. Okay, run. So when I hover on something, this is coming, and when I remove the hover, this is moving away. So how to do that with this particular activity is, I'm telling with modern browser activities, if you want to use classic, you need to use hover, use browser, use this browser, use application or browser. I'm using this particular window. Okay, here there is click activity. Okay, so I am indicating on this particular element. And here there is an option called enable hoverable selection. You need to press this one, it will wait. So this is hover, and I will click. So I need to select it somehow. F6 hoverable selection elements. I need to enable this hover on this particular item, properties, F12. F12. So I'm using all my knowledge to do this one. So indicate this particular activity, style, this particular activity. So I am enabling hover over here. Inline style, layout changes, hover. I need to enable hover over here. Let's see, display block. Can I have that website, please? It will be easier for me. Or can we see it after completion of orchestrator initially?
Yeah, sure, Vajra.
Okay, but the idea is simple. Once you enable this click activity, which one? This click activity, when you're trying it, indicate on browser. Did it open already? No, we need to enable hoverable selection of elements. Once we enable this one, sorry, once we enable or click on hover on this, press Shift F6. And this will come. Then when it is available, then try to fetch. Okay.
Okay.
Or there is also something called hover activity.
Yeah.
Okay, hover mouse. So you can use this one. Like I can hover on something, and after applying or after available, I can select that particular item. Okay, try. Maybe you can get it.
I tried with that hover thing, but I was not getting that. Okay, I'll try.
Try with F6.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now working with the orchestrator. Here, this is our studio, whatever we have seen till now. Now, whatever I'm showing you right now is our orchestrator. Okay, I cannot show my orchestrator. Can someone share their screen with their orchestrator? Share your screen with your orchestrator. No one is available to share their screen. Come on. Yeah, thanks, Harish. Request remote control. Yeah, go with your orchestrator, please. Continue. See, normally in our organization, You will not see this admin page if you are not a organizer or administrator. If you are from the support team who is maintaining orchestrator, or if you are an admin, only then you will be able to see this particular all apps and all. But if you are not assigned as a developer, or if you are not assigned as a orchestrator admin, you will be directly navigated into your tenant. So this is our tenant. Okay. I'll just try to open. Yeah, this one. Close. See, normally in our organizations, we will have orchestrator in two types. So let's check with orchestrator. Where is orchestrator? Orchestrator. Can you see orchestrator? Where is it? Yeah, here you go. So we are covering orchestrator in day 5. So day 5. Okay, so we have also covered this particular activity. What is this? A classic and modern activities. Let's try to add that. Classic and modern designs. Day 5. Okay. Now, when we are going with orchestrator, there are multiple levels of orchestrator. So in organization, keep it open. I'm just trying to type in my machine, so that will be easier. Okay. So in orchestrator, there are multiple types. One type is UAT, Dev, QA. All three will be mentioned as 3 different tenants in same URL. Okay, so when I say 3 different tenants in your organization or in your orchestrator also, you can see this tenant. This is an IT tenant, whatever he have created. Okay, so this is IT tenant. If I want to add new tenants, I can just go ahead and add tenants here. I can click on add tenant and I can add it. So this is logical separation of a single URL. Okay, the second way is I can have altogether a different. So this is one way. Second way is all 3 environments are 3 different URLs. Okay, so for example, prod.uipath.com and dev.uipath.com and uat.uipath.com. Okay, so we follow all these types, like depending upon the organization, we will follow as per the requirement. Okay, now how these are different, like what is the difference between these two types? See, if organizations want only single URL and they want to maintain as different tenants, they can do it. Or if they want to purchase 3 different licenses and they want to keep 3 different environments completely. So these are logical separations. Whatever you are seeing at the bottom, 5.2.1 to 1.2.3. These are logical separations. Like in one URL, you have all the separations. But if you have these, then you will have like, okay, in production machine or production URL is nowhere connected to this dev URL. You can connect all three differently. But here, if you're having everything at single instance, like you need to log in at one instance only, but you need to navigate to 3 different tenants. Did you understand this concept or not?
Yeah.
Can you repeat last, like navigate to?
Okay, see, now this is cloud.uipath.com. This is one URL, is it right? Let's assume that whatever Satish orchestrator is available, this is a developer tenant, developer orchestrator. Now, when you are trying to log in, like say Kishore is trying to log in. When Kishore is trying to log in, will this URL be different or same?
Different.
Right? So, but both are orchestrators, right?
Yes.
We can assume that this is our developer tenant or developer orchestrator where we are maintaining everything, and that is completely different to Kishore orchestrator, where Kishore also has an orchestrator, but these two are completely different environments.
Yes.
Okay, the second way of representation is here in this orchestrator, only one orchestrator URL will have, but in this we have different tenants. So tenants are logical separations. So for example, let's assume that I'm deleting this one, buddy. You can create it later, Satish.
No problem, Vajrang. You can do it.
Yeah, okay, thanks. So if I'm deleting this one, it's giving me only IT. Delete. So I don't have any environments, but I have one single URL or orchestrator. Let's see. But here I can create one tenant called dev. Okay, and I can give whatever services I want. Save. Can you click on save, buddy? I will click on save. Our community license provides us to option only to create only one tenant. Okay, but if I want to create more tenants, I can create more, and I can give access to only members who needs these accesses. There is no URL change. It's only tenant change that we are working on. Is it okay? Now, did you get it or not? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Let's try to enable this one. Maybe we can add. See, Satish, what will happen is it will enable trial version of 60 days for you, but later if after 60 days, it will be converted back as community license. Okay.
Okay.
So this is RPA developer. So everyone can access or everyone can request this one. Okay, state region is, I'm just giving this one. That's it. So request a free trial. So only problem that you have is you need to have a business license, business email. Okay, so if you have a business email, just try it out and enable this free trial. You will get 5 unattended licenses, 5 attended licenses, and you can create multiple tenants also. Okay. One last thing that we can do is, let's assume that you are a developer. You need to add more developers. How can you do that? So in this accounts and groups, you can invite users. Can anyone give their email ID, please? Who have orchestrator available right now open?
Satyusha, TRATHYUSH.
TRATHYUSH.
Dot Reddy 13
dot
reddy
okay
13 at
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Yeah.
So I can give Pratyusha developer access as well as user access. But Pratyusha, when she logs in, let's see. I'm inviting Pratyusha. So this is how we will invite, because all our user IDs will be added up, right? So I can also give attended user access as well as developer access to Pratyusha. So now how many licenses we have? We distributed it. Whatever licenses we have. You can see whatever the licenses that we have here. Like there are two named user attended and two developer licenses we have. And in robots, we have one unattended license, one testing robot license, and document understanding everything. Okay, now Pratyusha, can you share your screen? Now, until she approves it and accepts, we will see only this particular URL. And let's also copy this URL and let's give in the chat. Can you paste that URL in the chat, buddy, please? Pratyusha, share your screen. After you get the access, we'll stop
I'm
current
just
meeting.
trying to log in. Right.
Also open your Gmail ID, because in Gmail you will get a request.
Yeah.
Can you show your Gmail? Assume that in our organization we'll get it to our Outlook, organization Outlook. Check in spam, you should get it by now. Okay, see, my videos are available in spam, buddy. You need to right click and remove it from spam, or else you will not get the updates. Every day I will send you emails, but you will not get the updates. The second video. Click on that YouTube. Yeah, click on that one, select that one and move to inbox. Report not spam. Yeah. Everyone do this. Then you will get every email in the inbox. Okay, so here you got an invitation from Satish. You need to accept it. Satish, can you paste your URL in the chat?
Yes, I pasted in chat.
I don't see it. Press enter after you
Hmm.
paste.
Pasted
Missing.
worksheet.
Okay, I got it. I'll paste it in the chat. I'm removing from the worksheet. Okay. So see here. Now, Pratyusha, whatever you have opened is your URL, like UiPath LYDCT. Just log out once. Okay. And try to log in again. cloud.uipath.com. Click on sign in with the same email ID. Continue with Google. Continue with Google. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's still navigating you to the same URL. Just wait. Okay, I have given you a URL, right? Can you copy it and paste it in your browser? So only Pratyusha will have access, others will not have access. Paste it. So now, Pratyusha, let's assume that your URL is the developer URL. Whatever Satish provided is the, click on sign out. Yeah, whatever Satish provided is the production URL. Okay, click on sign in again. Just change the URL on the top. No, just paste the URL again and hit enter. Now continue with Google. So ideally what Pratyusha is trying to do, she is trying to sign up or register into a orchestrator. What is it? Okay. Try to use a private browser.
Here or
Yeah, you can open a private browser and try. New incognito window. Paste the URL. The cache is not cleared. That's the reason it's navigating you to main block. Click on sign in with Gmail and continue this Gmail sign up. Two minutes will close the meeting too for today. Okay, on the top, it's showing you sign in again. Sign in, sign in. Okay, I think you are asking to go to the portal, right? Click on continue. I got the issue. Click on continue. Yeah, continue. You're not authorized to view admin panel. That is the reason it's throwing error. Just add cloud.uipod.com. Remove that. Yeah, see here. It gave you two options, SB and Pratyusha Reddy. So yes, Pratyusha Reddy is your development environment and SB is the production environment. Click on that. Okay, so which access you have now? Can you go to
production?
admin panel and see admin panel more? Can you see admin?
No,
Why?
because I'm into production.
Because you're not given admin access.
Yeah.
Click on dev. Dev.
Okay.
Tenant. Tenant. Yeah, click on the tenant dev dev on the
Oh,
top.
this one. Okay.
Okay. So again, whatever you have in your development, the same details you will have in the production as well. But can you connect your development with your production?
No.
No, right? Both are identically two different environments altogether.
Yeah.
So whatever development you have done, you need to upload it as a package over here and you can run it. Until and unless you upload it as a package, you cannot connect your robot or you cannot do anything. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about others? Did you understand now how we are migrating from one orchestrator to other orchestrator?
Yeah, Vajra.
Yes.
Okay, so today will be the last day for the first week of basics. But from next week, like tomorrow, from tomorrow, we'll have session. But from tomorrow, we'll start with a small project.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
Were the basics helpful for you or not? We covered on GitHub, we covered on um, orchestrator, we covered all the activities, we covered on whatnot. Just see with the notes.
Same again.
Okay. Just
Yes.
practice it once. Since you have a team now, just connect, share your emails if possible, and try to give access to your orchestrator to someone else. Ask them to connect. Okay, connect with your team members. Everyone here, you can use the WhatsApp group, connect with them. Make sure you have a communication with them. If you have interviews, just post it in the group, WhatsApp group. Utilize it. Don't keep it idle only for my notifications. And also don't send the good morning and good night messages, please. Okay, thank you.
Vajrang, before closing, can you please
Yeah.
give me 1 minute?
Sure.
See, actually now